It's been busy, busy at work, busy at home, busy doing stuff that is my personal business that I'm not going to tell you about. But I thought I would go through and look at some of the comments from the last video or two. I have plans, big plans, always more plans than time to do the plans. Comments on responding to comment. I wish your channel had at least 100 times more subs. You are doing great work educating folks and fighting misinformation. Thank you. I wish it had more subscribers also, but it is what it is. Um, if I keep at it, maybe more people will pay attention, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just destined to toil in obscurity my entire life. What else is new? I would love to get your take on the White Sands footprints, says Jeebus Six Kirst Christ Six Christ. I don't know. Oh yeah, they're not fake. I think they're dated to a time before Clovis. I don't remember the exact date. And regardless of what Graham Hancock says, most archaeologists now, I think, and I am one of them, think that the evidence is pretty good for people here before Clovis. The problem is that we don't have a lot of information. We don't have a lot of data points with which to kind of flesh out the picture of what those populations were like. So I have no problem with the White Sands footprints existing. What do they tell me about the people that were here and how they were organized and where they came from? Not much, as far as I can tell. But do I have a problem with people being here? No, no, I don't, and I don't think most other archaeologists do at this point either. So sorry, I don't know a lot about them off the top of my head, other than the whole idea didn't bother me, so I didn't really think about it too much, I guess. Master Builder means he's really good at Legos. Seriously, I'm glad to see your videos again. Keep the information. It's much needed in these days of misinformation. Thank you. Vril, The Power of the Coming Race in 1871, appears to have directly inspired Blavatsky and others. Makes me wonder about Donnelly, who also appears to have made an impression on theosophy. At least Leighton, who is the author of this Vril book, was presumably writing fiction on purpose instead of accidentally, like Blavatsky, Donnelly, Churchward, Hancock. Yeah, at least in that last one, I'm not sure it's not on purpose. We may never know. I've seen some kind of pretty icky white supremacist Atlantis kind of videos that talk about Vril, but that's another subject that I haven't really gotten into, where I think that I can speak with any credibility about it, so I just won't. But man, those late 1800s were a crazy, crazy time. Um, and you know how they say there's nothing new under the sun. A lot of the stuff that was popular back then is popular now, and despite you want to slap the new label on it, you sprinkle a few new little pieces of science that fit, and just ignore all the ones that don't. And sure, it's new. You know, buy the next book because it's all new. You've never heard this before. People are hiding it from you. Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you for the comments on the comments, and thank you for new subscribers. I've gotten a couple over the last couple weeks. Every little bit helps. All right, the Great Pyramid one. Let's see, 6 comments. Great breakdown of the alt history Ancient Aliens narrative. Being a reformed Ancient Aliens guy, Russell, that when I cite the multiple fallacies and inaccuracies to a current believer, the phrase that always emerges as, well, you can't prove it didn't happen that way, which I hasten to agree with. Yeah, and that's kind of true of a lot of um, pseudoscience. It is not a scientific hypothesis to say, here's what I think happened. You can't prove it didn't happen that way because you cannot prove a negative. That's kind of a scientific axiom. So you have to set up your question in a way that it can be falsified. And that's what a lot of these folks refuse to do on purpose because you don't sell books with a falsified hypothesis. The ones that I like the best are when they do set up their ideas in ways that can be falsified, whether they know it or not, and then you can dunk on them, and that's kind of fun. Does it actually hurt them in the long run? I don't know. I just become part of the conspiracy. The audio on this one seems way down. Yeah, so thanks for pointing that out. I got other comments about that on Facebook. Um, I don't know why YouTube does that sometimes. It sounded fine here, but I'll probably just repost it because I hate to lose comments and everything else. So maybe I'll just repost it with an audio fix version. I'll just jack up the audio and I'll try to make sure it's loud enough on this one. I was trying out a new microphone last time, which obviously had the opposite effect that I wanted, which made it quieter and harder to hear. So sorry about that. EMC 139 says, was good. Could have done with a little less waffle. Sound was a bit low. Uh-huh. Otherwise interesting and informative. I'll swap you your weather, 35 degrees Celsius here today. I don't know exactly how that translates to Fahrenheit, but I know that's warm. Um, I actually might take you up on that. Winter is my least favorite season. I do not like it. Sam, I am. I don't like the cold anymore. I don't like it when it's wet. I don't like it when it's dark, foggy, and drizzly, and icy and snowy. For the most part, do not want. Um, don't know what the waffling means. I don't feel like I waffle, but maybe I do. I think as a person who's trained to like kind of be skeptical even of things that I am saying, I might always kind of couch things, or I try to couch things in terms that let you know that I don't really know for sure, but I see no evidence of X, Y, and Z. Maybe that's waffling, maybe it's not. S90 writes, funnily enough, looking at Smith's Wikipedia page, I find Smith a committed proponent of British Israelism. As you said, no agenda here. Yeah, I don't know anything about the guy's history, but that would not surprise me at all. At all. Wally World 30. Calling the days when I was 18 when the movie Braveheart came out. Anyone that loved Brave. So this is a comment about Braveheart. Read more. One of the best shows to come out in the past 10 years. Um, I don't think this comment was meant for this video, Wally World 30, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and like it anyway. What happens if I'm going to love it? So I both liked it and loved it because I need a good suggestion for a movie that came out decades ago. Anyway, I do have plans for my next videos as to when I will get them done. I do not know. We're doing some stuff around the house, and it's taken most of the oxygen out of my weekends. The time when I will have a Saturday or a Sunday morning to sit around and put together a video, I'm not sure when that's coming. But anyway, I should have like a line that I say at the end. Uh, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. Maybe that's what I should say at the end. I got nothing. I got nothing.